Yeah, the first Brocathlon escape room. I remember it quite well.
Escape the room. Yeah, I fucking remember escape the room.
Going into it, we realized we had varying degrees of experience with escape rooms within our squads, but no one had ever done an escape room set up in someone's home before. It was truly uncharted territory. We didn't know really what we were getting into.
Going in, I didn't think we had much of a shot, and they got a fucking road skull on the other side. We're just a bunch of jabrones, so I thought we were in trouble.
We had a rough division of labor in mind, I think, when we started out. I would lead the problem solving, and the rest of everyone would drink. I'm kidding. Everyone, of course, participated.
See, I don't have a really good memory of that, which leads me to believe I did a lot of drinking. But I think we all took up the load of drinking. We drank the beers. We finished the beers.
At some point, not too long into pouring over this, when we were mulling over some combinations of words, possible interactions between them, we heard a huge noise of the other team screaming, running outside, and starting up the car.
And when I thought we won, I was in disbelief. And it turns out my disbelief was had a reason.
As I recall, it was Lamport who said, "Hey, there's a good chance that they haven't done it. We should just keep going until we're told to stop." It was either Lamport or Jake or Ankit. There were a lot of voices of reason. It was definitely not myself, probably not Steven. I think we were both more in the drinking, panicking mode.
We got the key, we went in the golf cart, and we drove off victorious. But then the other shoe dropped. We weren't done. We were just getting started.
We were confirmed by our moderator, no, they fucked up. They just found the first clue and they thought it was the end of it.
They started trying to tell us that there was more to find. We couldn't figure out these fucking puzzles. Who am I, fucking Einstein? I don't know. We could Sprite can on top trying to turn everything around. I didn't know what any of that meant.
We found some sort of combination lock puzzle, which we brute forced through pretty quick to get some door open and get a pizza and a gun. Something about zombies and pizzas and guns. It was at this point we discovered a wealth of other pieces of paper and clues. We were told, eventually, that there was another clue we were missing, and we went around destroying as much of the area as we could, trying to find it. Not really. We had Steven watching, so we were surreptitious.
So what do? Started tearing the place apart. Flipping mattresses, taking paintings off walls, checking behind everything, opening everything. Every cupboard, tossing everything out. The one place we didn't go behind was this really nice painting. We didn't want to take it off because we were really worried we were going to damage it. And of course, that's where the clue was hidden.
But we found everything eventually, and we were told, I remember, that we would not need scissors. Because at some point I thought that we would have to cut something out. There was like a dotted outline around something, but we were assured by our hosts no scissors were needed. This will be important later. Our next big break came when I noticed that there was a deliberate misspelling in one of the clues.
It said something defects of the zombies go marching too, and I realized that there were a couple of numbers hidden in there spelled differently. One, there's a long written passage at some point.
This clued me that we should be looking for homophones of numbers. 2, TWOTO. 4, FOR. 1, WON. 8, ATE. It spelled out a code. There was a sequence of numbers. And we tried plugging this into one part of the website, didn't work. We ended up finding out, because the clue in the little zombie window thing was reflected, we thought, oh, why don't we try the mirror image of the code, spelled backwards. And that unlocked it.
We couldn't figure out these fucking puzzles. Who am I, fucking Einstein? I don't know. We could.
So now, between this took like a few steps to get to, but we were just missing one code. And we had myself and a number of other people staring at this Sprite thing with all these letters on it, because we hadn't used that yet.
Sprite can on top trying to turn everything around. I didn't know what any of that meant.
We were going about everything. We were counting all the number of times each of the colored letters appeared in the whole Sprite mural, and trying each combination of that. But we were supposed to get a word, so we were trying, ciphers. We were doing everything we could. We'd already finished our beers at this point. I think while I kept working on this, we did a big push. I think Ankit was big champ, as I recall, for, as he came through in the case race. But we basically decided at a certain point that we might not be able to finish it, but the other team might not either.
Like, You weren't allowed to finish the beers till you finished the beers, so we must have finished them pretty fast.
Before we dive any further, we're going to finish all our beers, because that was the tiebreaker for some reason, not progress through the puzzle, which it should have been. So, downed all our beers as quickly as we could. I think actually, in retrospect, I think we did that pretty soon after the other team thought they were done with the puzzle. So, ordering events might be slightly hazy. I might have been a little drunk myself. At any rate, we're working and working. We're staring at this thing, and it doesn't make any sense. At a certain point, we just kind of give up and chill. Sure enough, at the end of it, we find out we were supposed to have scissors. We had to cut the zombie out and put it over at the points that was like delineated by those letters, and then the letters around the zombie would have spelled the actual thing.
They were supposed to have the key be the last thing. You get the key, that's the last clue, you get in the golf cart, you drive off victorious. And that's what we thought.
So we were lied to. I think we could have finished the whole escape room if we were given a pair of scissors. I didn't want to have to creatively tear some shit. But at any rate, I remember we all gathered back together. And it didn't come down to timing on the puzzle like I wished it would. It came down to timing on the beer. So we were just hoping that our strategy of front-loading the drinking before we went into the last clues paid off. And then drum roll, announcement, boats and roads. We knew it.
That girl, I think her name was Danny. I think it was her fault, the whole thing. Because she hid that clue back there. And Ben wasn't that upset with her, but he was just trying to hook up with her.
We proved it on night 0 of Brocathlon, even though some of us didn't make it all the way through. We proved we had the drinking edge. We were competitors. That we could keep drinking and keep going longer than most of them on the other team did. And so we piled into that van, golf cart, took a victory lap, and we went up, 4-2, heading into one more game of the night. The Family Feud round, which is bullshit.